He makes dumb jokes while he shoots his guns. MajorSlack is lots of fun.
Major Slack Attack.
Hey, wait a minute. There's no guns in this game.
Shut up, Pee-wee. Well, yeah, the name is Slack. Thanks for coming back. It is Thursday, November 11th, 2021. What does that mean, Slack? That means that it is Skyrim's 10th birthday. Exactly 10 years ago to the day Skyrim was first released to the world on November 11th, 2011. It's been 10 years since. Yep, it's been a long, strange trip. And this also means that it is the release of Skyrim's Anniversary Edition. And it is 6 o'clock in the morning, and I've got it all downloaded and installed, and I am just like, it's Christmas morning to me, people. It's like Christmas morning. It's fantastic. There's just so much new content to play around with. It's like, yeah. Slack. All right. First of all, let's roll it back. What's going on here? Everybody who has Skyrim Special Edition installed will get a free update, which will include 4 free Creation Club add-ons. Those 4 free Creation Club add-ons are Saints and Seducers, Rare Curios, Survival Mode, and Fishing. Everybody gets that for free. And then that's what we're going to call Skyrim Special Edition Update, because I finally got it straight what to call what. And then the Skyrim Anniversary Edition is the actual DLC, where if you buy that, you get all current 48 Creation Club add-ons that Skyrim has been producing, or rather Bethesda has been producing over the past few years, and you get 26 new ones. And this is all brand new content: new weapons, new armor, new spells, new horses, new locations, new quests, just a ton of new content. Now, I took the trouble to, over the past 2 weeks, I purchased all the 48 current Creation Club add-ons for both my PS4 and my PC version, and I've been working on them all over the past 2 weeks, and I've got about 40 of them completed, all the quests completed between the PS4 and the PC version here. And just to show you here, these are all the quests that I completed, and I'm going to show you all the stuff that I collected from all these quests. There's just a ton of new weapons and armor and whatnot, and get more into that later, but exactly what kind of walkthrough I'm going to do on that. First of all, mods. I'm not a modder, okay? I'm a very light modder. I have, I think, 7 mods installed, but let's wait till day, and I can see already that my Always Clear Weather mod is still working. That's no problem, because the sky is blue. That's what I wanted. And the Quality World Map mod is still working. The Imaginator mod. This is a graphics settings mod. Actually, not so much a graphics settings mod, but it's a way of adding saturation and just a lot more color and brightness and sunlight and stuff to Skyrim. That's still working.
Good morning.
So that's great. My skill training purchase mod. Skill training reminder. That's still working. My faster horse mod, is that still working? What's that, Slack? I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But I gotta give him a name. The Dwarven horse. Gotta give him a name. Post a comment. What should we name him? The faster horse mod is still working. That's called Realistic and Balanced Horses. Makes your horses run faster and further. Gives them more stamina. That's still working. Oh. This is the guy who's going to introduce one of the new content right away. Okay, let's do your thing.
I've been looking for you.
You have?
Got something
Okay.
I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only.
Okay.
Let's
do you got?
see here. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Items added. Okay. this is gonna be, because like he didn't say what. So, and I've got all these like all kinds of stuff that was added by the Creation Club that I've been working through. Most of it is already used. Let's look for something I don't recognize here. I think it's this one, dinner invitation. Here we go. Started. Guest for dinner. Helena Maximus, you have been cordially invited to dinner and drinks at the Blood Chill Manor. Okay, that's one of the new Creation Club mods that was, or Creation Club add-ons that was added with the Skyrim Anniversary Edition. Like, not of the original 48, but of the 26 new ones. Because I haven't done this one yet. I hadn't seen anything about this at all. As an honored guest, you're encouraged to come early and mingle with the other attendees. When you're ready to feast, ask the house waiter for a menu and he will let you into the banquet hall. The finest and most delectable dishes will be on display. There will be no need for appetizers once everybody is ready and seated. A full course awaits. Come for the dinner, stay for the drinks. Interesting. Interesting. Blood Chill Manor. Alright, let's take a look at that. Guests for dinner attend. Where is this, Mr. Map? Mr. Map says this takes place at Blood Chill Cavern. Okay, if I was gonna guess, this is some kind of like vampire deal, and maybe there's some kind of like house involved there. You beat all the vampires and you get a house. Who knows? Anyways, we'll figure that out later. What else? I was in the midst of testing my mods. I just want to test the faster pickaxe mining mod. You, die. As you can see, my level 70 Helena Maximus, a lot of you are familiar with this run. This is my Imperial. Extremely powerful. Okay guys, I'm just here to test Hamad. Die. Don't run away. And you, die. There we go. Okay, everybody dead. Let's grab a pickaxe. Can we manually mine faster? Faster pickaxe mod is still working, and it's even got a flawless emerald. Okay, so that's still working. What else? The Apache hair mod. I'm gonna have to test that when I create a new character. That's it. All my mods are still working. No problem. Your mileage may vary, of course, but at any rate, we were starting to find out earlier on this week, before they even released Skyrim Anniversary Edition, that the so-called mod apocalypse that all the doomsayers were like predicting really is only going to affect a few people. Anyways, moving right along, I saw something while the game was installing all the new add-ons. Something about new conjuration spells. Let's go to the College of Winterhold. I'm really curious about this. And then I'll show you Myrwatch. And I'll start talking about the special challenge walkthrough that I've got worked up, that I've been working on for the past 2 weeks. Like I said, on my PS4 and my PC. This is the PC version, by the way. Great. Perfect time. Is Finis here? Here he is.
That incident.
Apparently you've got some new conjuration spells for sale that were installed by one of the... Here, Bone Colossus. Summons a Bone Colossus for 60 seconds while active. Conjure to skeletons, regenerate health, and you can summon 2 additional skeletons. Only 1 Colossus can be summoned at a time. Let's buy that. Let's so buy that. What's this? Conjure skeletal minion. Summons a weak skeletal warrior for 60 seconds. Okay, let's buy that. Tomb Guardian summons it to... Okay, whatever. And... something else about a dragon priest. Something like that. Maybe he doesn't have them all for sale right away. Let's just wait 48 and see if we can respawn his inventory.
You'll excuse me.
Hold up there, hold up.
So you wish to master the arcane arts?
Here's another one. That wasn't it. Okay, so I guess it's random. Summons a skeletal champion that gains plus 10% attack damage for each nearby enemy. Up to... What? Okay, let's buy that. Necromancer's Ritual. Okay, there's just so much new content to deal with here. There's another one, Soul Split. Okay, I'm going to get into that later in the actual walkthrough. What I'm really curious about is the Bone Colossus. Actually, I'm curious about the level of all these spells. Oh, master level, okay. Adept. Oh, here's the novice. Where's that other one? No. Oh, cool. What can you do? Oh, you have a war axe. Okay. Well, I killed everybody at the Ember Shard Mine. Where else can we test you? Actually, I'm more curious about the Bone Colossus. Oh, 596 Magicka. It's a master spell too. I'm not sure if I have enough Magicka. No, I do not. But I know where we can get more Magicka. Okay, let's move right along here. Let me show you all the stuff. Just give you a quick tour of all the stuff I collected so far. I forgotten what I told you already. Like I said, I've completed 40 out of 48 of the original Creation Club add-ons, and I've got all the stuff that I collected, all the weapons and armor, collected at one of the new player homes, Myrwatch, which is just southeast of Morthal. This you can get right away. I'll talk more about that later. This is fantastic, a great player home that you can get pretty much right away. If you play as a wood elf, you can just walk in and get it. And I'll show you how to get it as other races. I've been working on a power start. Yeah, here's Myrwatch. And here's all my pets. These aren't all the pets you can have, just some of the Manic Elytra Nymph. And here's Thistle the Rabbit. And here's the Bone Wolf. And are you guys playing nice? I came home one time, you guys were fighting. It was insane. Bone Wolf was barking at Nyx Hound, and they were like sitting there barking at each other. It was hilarious. Okay, so there's more pets to be had, and I got a pet off somewhere back at his original cave there, because if you don't have him as a follower, he goes back to his original location. I think it's nope. Where is it? I think it's Stony Creek Cave. I have to look it up. I've done so much in the past 2 weeks, I'm forgetting. Anyways, this is Myrwatch. Beautiful player home. Okay, it's got two sections. The main section here. Cooking pot here. Guest bed there for, you know, if like you have a kid or, you know, have a follower. Here's the main bed. Gives you the well-rested bonus. Of course. And wardrobe space. Here is, I'll get to that later. But here's where the big money is. The Myrwatch Gallery. And I see things aren't exploding as you walk in, so that's been updated. Before, when you walked into Myrwatch Gallery, things would kind of like explode and stuff would fly across the room and there'd be a big mess. It looks like they fixed that. Oh, the staff enchanter. Did they fix that? That's huge. Here they have a staff enchanter here. You can get this like right away. And all this stuff here. But before, the staff enchanter was bugged, so it would give you like 20 times the normal enchanting XP. Where's my enchanting at with this character? I just want to test this out to see if they fix this. I'm gonna have to declare it legendary. Okay, the enchanting's legendary back to 15. And I've got like a staff here, destruction staff. Let's grab a heartstone and let's create. The fuck is this? Oh, because I noticed this too. Some kind of like new staves add-on was added when it was installing. I saw that fly by and I knew I hadn't seen that before. So that's probably one of the 26. Also, you can create quality, Daedra quality staffs. This is new. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Okay. Ebony quality staffs. What does this require? Oh, it's just like more heartstones. But a special kind of staff. Interesting. We'll get to that later. Probably much later. Let's just scroll down to here. This one. Okay, now before, when you created a staff, you gain like 30 levels of enchanting because you were getting like way too much XP. So let's see what happens. They fixed it. Great. Even though that's a lot. That's like 4 levels of enchanting, but still, before it would go up to like, you'd be at level 45 instantly by creating a single staff of flames. So it looks like they fixed that. That's great. That's huge. That is huge. Anyways, here's the rest of Myrwatch, the gallery. This is, in my humble opinion, the best player home so far. Probably because you can get it right away. Like I said, if you play as a wood elf, you can just walk right in, and if you play as other races, it will take some doing, but you can still pretty much walk in. It's got a plantable garden with 11 plots in it, which is big. I've already got it planted with that's another thing I wonder if they fixed. The creep cluster glitch, where if you plant a creep cluster in a garden, the hitbox to pick the creep cluster was so tiny that it was really... Okay, I'm gonna have to test that later. But I've got it planted with the next best, most valuable potion recipe, which is Dragon's Tongue, more Scaly Foliota, and Fly Amanita. Mix those together, makes a valuable potion. This is like an instant business model you can get at level 1 pretty much if you play as a wood elf, or at level 3 if you play at other as other races. And I'll explain more about that later. And you have an alchemy lab, arcane enchanter. It's basically a player home with everything. All your smithing gear or smithing tools are here, including a smelter. I played through... This was so stupid. I was playing as initially as a wood elf, because I created a power star. I created 3 different power stars. Power star for a wood elf, power star for a Breton, and power star for a dark elf. Figured the dark elf's the best, but I'll talk more about that later. I played through to like level 20, and only at level 20 did I figure out that it actually had a smelter in my home here. It's not like a normal looking smelter, it's a smelting pot. Okay, so you might want to be aware of that this, in a lot of the player homes, they now have this new smelting pot instead of a normal traditional looking smelter that you're accustomed to seeing, like that big kind of like stone urn kind of thing. All right, so be aware that that's there. And of course, the forge, tanning rack, grindstone, workbench, the whole 9 yards. Lots of container space, garden, arcane enchanter, alchemy lab with a ton of ingredients. It actually comes with at least the ingredients you need to create one of the best power potions right away, which is Scaly Foliola, Creep Cluster, and more Tapanella. So you can, once you acquire this home, you can start up your garden, and you got an instant business model, like I said. And well, something that a lot of the new player homes have with the Creation Club add-ons is places to display all the unique weapons and some armor, weapons and shields that you can find throughout your travels, like this Targe of the Blooded, Spellbreaker, Shield of Isgrimor, Ethereal Shield. Here's all the Dawnguard stuff. Find it and place it there. Plus just like regular mannequins of which I placed like all the stuff that I've been finding throughout like my creation club travels. Like the relics, the Crusader stuff. One thing I don't like about Myrwatch is like it's like where you have the mannequins is kind of like dim. So I always like to light it up with some candlelight. Now you can see it better. Okay, you got some Daedric armor on that guy. This is some new ebony plate armor. This is the Lord's Mail. This is kick-ass. We're going to get this fairly soon in the walkthrough. Increases poison resistance by 75%. That's going to be very useful. Increases magic resistance by 17%. Yeah, we're going to get our hands on that fairly soon. The Boots of Blinding Speed. This is insane. You put this on. Okay, you can go a lot faster, but you can't see anything. It's nuts. Apparently you can mitigate it by playing as a Khajiit using Night Eye, or playing as a Vampire Lord and using one of his spells there. I forget which one. Boots of Blinding Speed. Okay, so like, you know, yeah, you can go really fast, but you can't see a damn thing. So, yeah. Figure that out later. This mannequin, this was bugged. This particular mannequin right here, I put Blade's armor on it, and then whenever I took it off and wanted to switch it to something else, I come back like a day later and it would switch back to Blade's armor again. Like it would keep respawning Blade's armor. So if that bug is still in effect, I guess a lot of you are like probably thinking, oh yeah, we could use that as an exploit. Just put ebony armor there on it and then come back a day later and you've got a brand new set of ebony armor and sell it for money. Anyways, we'll see if that is still in effect. This is something we can get right away if we get speech up to 30. This is going to be immensely useful to the walkthrough. I'll talk about the challenge run I've got worked up for this Skyrim Anniversary Edition. This is insane. If you play as a Dark Elf, you can have maximum fire resistance pretty much at level 1. This is insane. So yeah, this is something else that I got. This is the Civil War Champions add-on. Here's all the weapons I got. Goblin Totem Staff. I'm just gonna like touch upon all these things because it's just too much here to deal with. I almost forget where I got half this stuff. This should be the Staff of Sugar. Oh yeah, there's also places to put all the the insects in a jar. I think I got the butterfly in the jar here. Yeah, there we go. This is the Staff of Sheogorath. This is insane. This is like an area effect paralysis mod. Like it's like a huge area, like 75 feet. Huge area, just paralyzes everything. The only thing about it is, this is not a bug, it's a feature, is you can't attack anything that's paralyzed. So I don't know about that. Maybe you can use it for speed running, but I was kind of disappointed in that. But I'm sure it's like could be really useful. So like kind of like an emergency thing. Yeah, oops. Hi honey, I'm home. Yeah, take a quick look at the stuff I've got here. Sunder. This synergizes with Wraithguard and also synergizes with Keening to give you extra, as you can see. Wraithguard empowers Keening and Sunder when equipped. Oops. Like I said, I've done so much that I've kind of forgotten. This is all the this is some of the stuff you get from the Saints and Seducers. Everybody gets this. This is some new kick-ass Vigil armor. This is my favorite one of that one. The one with the wolf's head there. This is Iron Spell Knight armor. This is like, it's basically cosmetic. This is the Ebony Spell 9 armor. I forget what quest this I did this. Like I said, done so much. Ah, this is what I'm looking for. Let's grab that. See if we can cast that. This is the Netch leather armor. This is really kick-ass light armor. Like, I don't have... Look at this. 61. 38. This will give you like an armor rating of like... let's just put it on right now. I don't know if it's because I'm level 70 or what, but like... That's not the way it normally works. Usually it's all about, you know, what perks you have and how high your light armor skill is. Yeah, look at that. 108, like, for light armor, like, right out of the box. And I have, like, nothing in light armor. Like, a light armor at 20, no perks. So, yeah. Okay, let me just put my heavy armor back on because I'm overloaded. Okay, what was I working on? This will increase my magicka. Okay, we need 25 more. I think I can make a potion of fortify magicka, and then we can cast that master spell there. I'm gonna need my crafting gear. Potion of Fortify Magicka can be made with Tundra Cotton and Red Mountain Flower. I've declared Alchemy Legendary, so it's back down to 17 if I recall correctly. So we're just gonna have to rely entirely on my alchemy gear. This is not gonna make a very valuable potion, or very powerful potion, but it'll be enough. 35 points. That should do it. Okay. And where's that? Oh, these are some new robes, like the mat. Like you get like these. Okay, I'll talk about that later. Let's focus on one thing at a time. Yeah, it's like Christmas morning, people. Christmas morning. Where is that? I mean, here we go. Okay, so this should put my armor, or rather my magicka, up to as soon as I take the potion. And this is all about the Bone Colossus. Is there something here? Oh, there's a dragon. Okay. Again with the dragon. Okay, let's see how the Bone Colossus, assuming that the dragon lets me cast this spell. And where is that? There we go. Is this dragon talking? The hell? Bone Colossus. Give me a chance to spawn this guy here. There we go. Have a go. Go get the dragon. There we go. Attaboy. That's, oh, he's like a giant. Cool. Let's bring him down. Oh no, you're not getting that off the... Did I get him? He's shouting. Oh my god, this is so cool. You have a shout? That is so fucking cool. Get down on the ground and fight my bone Colossus. Come on, you chicken. Where'd he go? See, he ran off. So I ain't dealing with the bone Colossus. No way. See, he ran off. I can't believe this. The dragon ran off. Good job, Boney. Oh my gosh, like I said, kid in the candy store on Christmas morning. Let me just show you. I've got all the player homes that were available initially with the initial 48 Creation Club add-ons. Like I said in here, Myrwatch. Even though I love this home, the one thing I didn't like was the dimly lit display areas. You know, it's like so dimly lit. But there's another player home which, in my opinion, has a much better display area. And that is Hendraheim. Is that dragon here again? You came back? Now that my bone Colossus is gone, Hendraheim is right here. You fucker. Pardon my French. Okay, I'm gonna have to take him down. Alright. I have to give this guy a name too. I don't have enough magicka? Why not? Why is my magicka going down? Oh, okay. Uh-oh, I'm gonna die. Woohoo! Alright, my first Skyrim Anniversary Edition death. It's official. Alright, anyways, you've seen the Bone Colossus. Let's not fooling around with that. Let's get on with what else was I going to show you? The other player home, which I think has a much better display area. Hendraheim. This you can acquire by beating a bandit. I took him on, or her on, at level 70. It was a pretty easy fight. I don't know how it would be on lower levels, but this is Hendraheim. And in case you're wondering, that's the smithing area is around the back. I was hunting all over the place for this when I first got this. It's hidden behind the stables. Here's the smithing area. It's got everything you need. It's got a traditional smelter and all the amenities of a normal smithing area. Grindstone, workbench, the whole 9 yards, alright? And let's go into the home. It's a very simple home. It's like more functional than aesthetic, which some may really appreciate. But it's quite a beautiful home. This is it. So you got your alchemy lab, arcane enchanter. I like that they're, you know, like I said, it's really functional, right beside each other. Doesn't have a staff enchanter, but it does have several shrines. It's got an oven there. Kids room, guest room, your room is here. There's the master bedroom. Cooking pot, of course. And like a lot of player homes, it's got places to display weapons and armor, and downstairs places to display unique weapons and armor. Here's the display room. Like I said, it's brightly lit and it's all in one like compact gallery. Some might like this a lot better. But it's the same as the other. It's got places to place unique weapons. All the Dragon Priest masks can go here. See all the unique weapons that you find normally in travels. Here's all the Dawnguard stuff. The bugs in a jar like I showed you before. Paragons. Other unique weapons that you find through your travels in Skyrim can be placed there. Any weapon you like, etc., etc. Plus a whole bunch of mannequins. And it's much better lit. This is I like about this. It's much better lit. It's much better display area, but it's more functional. Myrwatch is more like, you know, aesthetic in my opinion. So that's Hendraheim. Other player homes, some of them are weird. There's a player home here in Riften. They now have a new fast travel point in Riften called Riften Docks. I believe that's added by the Riften home. And you can access this. You might not know this if you have this. You can access this by going up to this sewer right here, right there. Shadowfoot Sanctum. So you can quickly access it, and it looks like a typical Riften Ratway basement. Here's your your smithing area here. Here's the home. This one has paintings. I think it's the only home that has paintings. Pretty cool. And you have shrines. Kitchen area here is pretty cool. Master bedroom. Kids room. And display area. This is like, when you first come here, you may not notice this. It's hidden behind a wardrobe. Okay, just like the Thieves Guild, you open the wardrobe, it's like, and then there's like a sliding panel, this false back panel like that. See, open it up, false back panel. You open it up, and this is your display area, and this is where all your like your alchemy lab, arcane enchanter, and whatnot, and your display area. Although this isn't as bright, but it's typical. It's got like, you know, all the places to display unique weapons and armor, Dragon Priest mask, the whole 9 yards, but it's not as brightly. Oh, there's a place to display a Riften guard's shield. I guess that's the badge of honor for any Riften homeowner. The ultimate badge of honor. Not as brightly lit. Seems like there's more mannequins. Seems like some of the unique weapon plaques are missing. Anyways, I haven't thoroughly explored this, but that's a quick overview. And to get out, you don't have to go through the ratway. You can just jump in the water, go underneath here, and go out the sewer entrance. Like any venerable thieves guilder. The Dwarven horse. This is one of the coolest Skyrim horses you can acquire in the new content. It's a bitch to get though. But yeah, we gotta give him the name. He's invincible. It's like he can never die. There are other horses too that you can get that you can, like, they're wild horses, and you tame them. You find them, you tame them, and then they become yours. One of them was the unicorn. That's the one I did. I actually did two of them, and I got the unicorn. And I'll show you a clip of that because I afterwards ended up saying to myself, you know what, I prefer the Dwarven horse, so I switched back to the Dwarven horse, and I don't know what happened to the unicorn. There's no... Oh wait, I think it goes back to the College of Winterhold. Yeah, let's try that. Yeah, that's right. It's the other way around. It's the other way around. If you abandon the Dwarven horse, there's no default area that it goes back to. The unicorn should be here. Okay, I think this is still a little mixed up, the way they're handling this. There he is. You got myself a unicorn. Now, at this point, this is where it gets a little mixed up. If you abandon your Dwarven horse, what happens is he stays at the last location that you're at. Let's just go back there. Where was that? Pilgrim's Tent? But then if like some kind of like hostile event happens, he may run away, and then you've lost him for good. Even then, like, you know, at this point, I think he's just wandered off somewhere. So this is like, I heard tell that there's a way you could stable horses. I don't know if this is bullshit or not, because I tried it and it didn't work. But somebody said that there's a way you can stable horses. Go up to it like a stable, leave your horse there near the stable, and the guy will walk the horse into the stable, and then your horse will stay there permanently until you come pick him up again. Tried it, didn't work. I don't know if it was bullshit or not. The first thing I thought of with the Dwarven horse is to go back to the place where you originally get it, which is Runoff Caverns, but he doesn't spawn there. So, if, like I said, if you abandon your Dwarven horse, I don't know where you can get him again. See, when you first get him, you have to piece them together. It's quite an extended process. When you first get him, you find his body somewhere around here. And then you have to go into the Runoff Caverns, and it's like a huge quest. Which is kind of like a side quest, actually, to the main quest. Which you collect all the pieces of the Dwarven horse, you piece them together, bring them back out, put them on the body, and then you got yourself a Dwarven horse. But that's where he originally spawns. Let's just wait 24 hours to see if he comes back. Yeah, I already tried this, didn't work, so I don't know if anybody knows anything about it, how to reacquire your Dwarven horse should you decide to abandon it and switch to another horse. I don't know how to do that, but that's the best horse in my humble opinion. And what else? You can buy, like, let's do this right now. You can buy saddles for your tamed horses, your wild horses that you tame. The way you tame them is you have to like find them and then you ride them, and they keep bucking you off. And then you have to keep getting back on, ride them more, and then they'll buck you off. It takes a few minutes, and they're tamed, and then they become yours. Then you can go up to a stable owner.
You've been a good friend to me.
Not you.
Means something.
You're gonna give me a little gift? Where's the stable owner? What time is it? Should be here. There he is. You there.
Yes?
You can buy a wild horse map off them, and it shows you the locations of all the wild horses, and then you should be able to... Oh, you can armor your horse. This is something new. And you can change the horse's saddle. So let's start with... I like to register and rename a horse. It's a random name. And your horse has been renamed. What do they call him? Loki. Yeah, it's a random name.
Yes?
And let's give him a saddle.
Of course.
Let's give him the Stormcloak saddle. Way cool. And this is something that's newly added just this morning with the Skyrim Anniversary Edition new 26 mods. I like to armor my horse. This is wild. Let's go with the Elven armor.
May the crags fail to trip your feet.
This is so awesome. This is so fucking cool, people. Oh, I can't wait to do a walkthrough of this. I've got like a power start, like I said, worked up. I'm gonna go with the Dark Elf because I think that's the best. So there you go. There's a big taste of the shapes of things to come.
I'd rather spend
That and much, much more. So this has been a long video. So I'm gonna just keep this as a separate video, and pardon me. I'll get on. Let me quickly explain what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna go through all this content as a level 70 character. That would be ridiculous. Because what happened is, you know, as you come across all this stuff, if you start out with a really high level character, all the stuff you're gonna find, you're gonna say, yeah, so what? You know, I've got way better, because you know, you've got like enchanted gear that's already better. Yet again with the dragons, let's get inside. It's like with this level 70 character, I didn't end up using any of the gear I found because I had way better already. So I think that would be like, it'd be kind of redundant to run through all these new quests as a really high level character. On the flip side, if you start out at level 1, I'd say a good 2/3 of the content is way, way above your pay grade. It's like, especially I always play on legendary difficulty. That's not an elitist thing, by the way. You play on the difficulty level that you feel is most comfortable for you. You know, if you want to play on novice and you want to have fun on novice, go right ahead. You know, I am not an elitist. I don't look down on anybody who plays on lower difficulty settings. I've just been personally playing on legendary difficulty ever since they released it way back in 2014. Okay, so once again, that's not an indictment on those who play on lower difficulties. I welcome, you know, that, because like and if so, I'll talk more about that later. But if you start out at level 1 on legendary difficulty, I'd say a good 2/3 of the content, even more, I'd say 80% of the content is just way above your pay grade. You can't handle it. It's too difficult. You know, you need better armor, you need better magic resistance and whatnot. But there is some stuff you can get. And what I wanted to do with this upcoming Skyrim Anniversary Edition walkthrough is create a walkthrough where the stuff that you get is actually relevant. Like, you can actually put it to good use for the character that you're, like, you know, you're playing with. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start out at level 1. I'm gonna start out with a brand new character, and the challenge I've worked up here is not going to be a pure race challenge. I know a lot of you have been watching my pure race challenges. The pure race challenges I put on hold. For this challenge, is very simple. All I'm going to do is restrict myself to new weapons and new armor. That's it. That's the only rule of engagement. And by that, will be sticking primarily, upward word primarily, not exclusively, but primarily to new content. So this is a way to showcase all the new content by restricting myself to only using the new content. Basically, it's a whole new game. There's enough new content to create a whole new game. And that's what I want to do with the walkthrough. I want to start with a brand new character and start working through all the content. And another thing is, like, all the new content, it's all over the place with regards to, like, you know, there's melee weapons, there's heavy armor, there's light armor, there's new spells, there's crossbows, there's, like, it's all over the place with regards to builds. So if I restrict myself to, say, strictly a stealth archer build, there'd be a lot of, you know, weapons and armor that I won't be able to use because it won't be relevant to my particular build. So basically, we're going to have to build a gladiator, an all-purpose gladiator, which is going to be really interesting because I've never done this before. And I've already got a power start worked out. Like I said, I tried a power start with a wood elf, which would be the best because, you know, Myrwatch is most easily acquired by going with a wood elf. Reason being is when you first come here, there's a level 12 chorus here, which is really hard to kill at level 1. But if you start out as a wood elf, you can use the command animal power and just immediately put them under your command, and then you can just basically go through a little routine here to acquire Myrwatch, and then you can just walk in and get Myrwatch right away without any hassle right at all at level 1. But I've since played around with other races. I tried a Breton power start, which I thought would be better than a wood elf because it starts out with 25% magic resistance, and then when you get the Lord's Mail, that's another 17% magic resistance right away. So you got, and then you go to the Lordstone, you got another 25%. It's like you can have like, you know, you can max out your magic resistance very quickly if you start as a Breton. But then I finally decided on Dark Elf because, for a reason that I'll explain in the walkthrough. Yeah, I figured that Dark Elf is the best power start to do in the Skyrim Anniversary Edition challenge run. So that's what's coming up next. This is kind of like a first look and kind of like a little bit of dabbling and stuff that I haven't seen yet. But what's coming up next is this special walkthrough. We're going to start working on all this content, and this challenge run, we're only going to use the new weapons and armor, let's say till about level 30, because eventually I want to start mixing in old Rim weapons and armor, because you can create some really kick-ass builds using the new weapons and armor and the old weapons and armor. But for now I want to focus just on the new content. So let's say new weapons and armor only until, let's say, level 30, and if we could take it further, we'll take it further. But I eventually want to, you know, start mixing and matching the old weapons and armor with the new weapons and armor, see what kind of kick-ass builds you can create. For example, there is an armor piece that has Fortify one-handed on it, which is normally doesn't appear in the normal Skyrim. That's not possible. I forget where it is. Is it this one? It's in here somewhere. Anyways, it's somewhere around here. I've done so many quests here, I forget where all this stuff is coming from. Yeah, so that will allow you to have like 5 pieces of Fortify one-handed gear instead of the normal 4. Anyways, I think that's it. Everything else is going to be covered when I start the walkthrough. So that's it. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm going to get that first walkthrough video up and running as soon as possible. Got it all worked out what to do, so that should be up pretty soon, if not right away. So thanks for watching, and if you thought this was remotely entertaining and or informative, you know what to do. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, stuff like that there, and post a comment, because I love to hear from my target audience. Alright, see you next time for the beginning of the Skyrim Anniversary Challenge Run walkthrough. Hey guys, real walkthroughs like these are an endangered species here on YouTube. For a complete lowdown on the YouTube video game walkthrough scene, check out my Patreon page, and please consider making a donation to yours truly, Major Slack, to help keep real walkthroughs alive on YouTube. You can donate as little as $1. That's $1, that's all. That's all it takes. Alright? Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it.